All right, so we're going to be watching GigaPogstin, who is playing tank. Primarily, this will be Sigma and Reinhardt, and this is Diamond 5 on Havana. I do not know if this is PC or console. Losing more than winning on tank, and not sure what to do. I've been struggling to get more tank wins than losses recently. I'm probably at the rank I'm supposed to be, but I would like to know how I can improve so I can stop relying on random teammates who seem to let me down a lot. In this recent Havana game, I thought I was doing alright, but I still didn't do enough to win. I tried to focus on their DPS who were shredding my team, but it didn't quite work out. Any tips would be appreciated. Okay, so we're only doing the first half of this game. I've been trying to do, I think, shorter format videos just to be able to do more of them because I think that's more valuable than doing like, a 40 to 60 minute long video. So we're going to cover the first half where you're going to play Sigma and some Reinhardt here. So I've already pre-watched this, and I think your biggest, I think that you're a really good base for Sigma. Like, I think a lot of you play, excluding Grasp for a moment, I think a lot of your play, I think your aim is pretty good. Your general, like, rock combo kill mechanics, I think, are good. I think aim is usually a really big limiting factor for Sigma. It's quite good. Like, I think you could easily get into high diamond, maybe even like low masters with your aim. I don't think your aim is a problem at all. Your ability usage is not so good, and your positioning is not so good, and those are far more problematic and probably what's holding you back, on Sigma at least. I think the drop off from Sigma to Reinhardt is really big. If I had to guess, I would say that you are a Sigma main, which is probably why it's the first hero that you picked. But like, your Sigma is maybe low to mid diamond. I think that if you one trick Sigma, you're probably gonna do better. You're probably, let's say mid diamond, like let's say diamond 3 on Sigma. But if you had the one trick Rein, I bet you'd be in plat somewhere because the skill differential, to me at least, look in this game looks very significant. All right, so let's play this out. Start at the beginning. I wouldn't grasp at the start. I know you're like worried about spam, but like you could see at the door, right? You don't see anybody. Don't worry about it. I don't think that rock's a good idea. I think it's a waste of rock. Again, wasting abilities is something that you need to cut down on as you head into high diamond, like low masters. Like, never waste abilities. At high levels, like, you will see like a missed grasp, for example, like 0 to 1 times a game. It will almost never ever happen because they'll always wait for when you actually need to use the ability to use it, and enemy teams will punish you when they know you don't have that cooldown available. So there's no reason for you to not be peeking right now because your team is peeking. So if you're like, oh, I'm worried I'm gonna get headshot, it's even worse if your team gets headshot, right? You can't die to a one shot, like tanks can't die to one shots. So you might as well be like out here, like being a target and like body blocking for your teammates if they're going to be on cart. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for you to not be out here right now and just spamming the Junker Queen to try to farm ulti and making your way up. I know your shield is like low, so you're charging it. There's no reason not to use cart as cover and push it. It's really your job to push it. You don't want your Junker. Like, imagine your Junkrat dies right now to like Hanzo arrow. Then what? Then you wait 20 seconds for him to come back out of spawn and do this again. Like, you might as well just be up here in the front, like body blocking for him. It seems like a minor detail until you lose somebody to that, and then you lose a lot of time. Another rock that I think you shouldn't use, again, odds of hitting that rock are low. Even if you do hit the rock, it doesn't matter. Like, the Hanzo will get knocked into the back. He's way too far away for you to be able to hit him and land the kill, and he's prone on the ground, so like your teammates won't be able to get the kill anyway. I don't think it's worth throwing the rock. It's a relatively minor thing, but like, I think it's relevant because the fight's about to get intense. So you can use grasp here. This is very clearly a bad grasp. You can see like no one is looking at you when you pop this grasp right now, right? It's just the Mei, right? So who cares? Mei does 93, 94 damage a second with icicles. You're at full health right now. I think as a general rule for grasp, unless you're using it to eat a specific ability, often an ultimate, I don't think it's worth it to use grasp until you're probably 60% health or below. I think it's like probably a rough benchmark because like otherwise you're really not going to absorb a lot, and it didn't add a lot of value. And remember, there's an opportunity cost to using grasp as well, right? Grasp is not just, oh, I use grasp so I don't have it for later, but using grasp means you can't attack for 2 seconds, which is sometimes a really big deal. This Mei, for example, only has like 90 health at this moment, right? 94 health. You could just straight up kill this Mei right now, right? Double direct kills her right now, or double splash does 80 damage, right? 80, 85, which will almost kill her. Like that, then any more splash kills her, or if any of your teammates shoot her, or at minimum forces block, like that's value right there. She's stuck in the open right now. This should be a kill or a block force at a minimum, not a grasp, right? You're not low. Like if you're 100 health, yeah, totally, grasp, I understand. But like right now, that was a mistake to grasp right now. All right, so Junker Queen's playing the edge of your shield. You release shield, this is fine. You're using card as cover, this is all fine. I think that I would be more aggressive, right? You got full health right now. I would continue applying pressure. You're kind of like hopping up and down the cart. Like, I would be fine just like playing here and just like attacking over the top, or playing right side and attacking. you're kind of making your own life harder by like moving erratically up and down. Again, bad rock. I think you're probably using it to try to protect your teammate in case she gets engaged on, which I understand. I would have waited for commitment there, right? Without seeing that she's used shout or anything else, I probably would save rock right now and just attack. I would probably enter the room though, because if she overcommits, you can rock her into the back and then probably get the kill. Right? These things might seem small, but I'm telling you, like, if you want to get to high diamond, masters, GM, like, this stuff is not small, right? This is the difference between like a higher level Sigma and where you're at right now. All right, so you pop grasp here. I think this is an okay grasp. Like, you dropped low, right? You dropped to 300 health. You were focused on the Junker Queen. You weren't really sure where the damage was coming from. You were worried about dying here. I think this is an okay grasp, right? On a 1 to 10 scale, where 10 is a great grasp and 1 is a terrible grasp, I think this is like a 5. I think it is still a mistake. I don't think you need to grasp here, right? There's nobody actually within view. The Mei couldn't one-shot you here with Icicle no matter what, right? Even a headshot, it's only going to do 150. So it's impossible for you to die. Even a double Mei headshot here wouldn't kill you, and your supports are here. So, like, seriously impossible to kill you. I would not have grasped here, I don't think, right? I don't think I would have made that mistake. But I don't think, on the grand scheme of things, I do not think this is so bad, right? So you managed to get, like 100 health out of the grasp. So not great, and your grasp is down for 12 seconds. By the way, now that I know you don't have grasp and rock, if I'm the Junker Queen, I immediately push this, right? Like, if I had shout and cleave here, I shout, walk into your team, cleave, and I just won the fight. It's almost impossible for you to stop me at that point. But that's just noting, right? Obviously, she doesn't have that. Like, you might have changed your decision making as well if you knew that she had shout and axe available. But I'm just pointing out that, like, that's how quickly fights will turn at higher ranks when people make mistakes. All right, you see the Hanzo's overextended. For the record, you should have noticed a long time ago. You should have heard the Hanzo shooting on your right earlier, right? This shot right here or the footsteps, either one should have tipped you off that the Hanzo was right. He is overextended. I think we can all look at this and say, hey, this Hanzo's way out of position. Even if he leaps, leap only gets him here, right? So if I'm here, I start forcing this fight, right? Either right side or even in front of the Junker Queen, just shield her off. And then I attack him, force him to leap backwards, walk over here, rock kill him. And I know you can execute the combo because I can see you do it later. So, like, you can for sure kill this Hanzo really, really fast, and he's way out of position. Like, this should be a punish by you. Right, he leaps, right? Great double direct. And then after you double direct him, you give up on the attack because you see he's being healed. I think I probably would keep attacking him here, right? Because he's at 65 health, I want to say. Yeah, 65 health exactly. So he's at 65 health right now. Another double direct kills him right now. Even with Mercy healing, unless Anna hits a dart right now, double direct kills him right now. And that's assuming your team doesn't help at all. I think you should have killed the Hanzo. I know you can see out of the corner of your eye that the Junker Queen is low, and like obviously it's harder to hit the Hanzo here, but like you have, I would say, at least a 20% chance of killing the Hanzo right now. And I think if you kill the Hanzo, the fight's over. So I think it's a mistake to aim for the Junker Queen. You go for the rock, you miss it. I understand that. I think that slightly better aim, you would have landed it. But she pops shout, you need to be careful now, except that she gets burned down really quickly. Great. You try attacking. Mei's on you. You attack the Mei. That's great. Mei makes a huge mistake, right? Pushing that on you when she gets low. Hanzo's still there. Again, another bad grasp. Right? We're going to see that continual pattern the whole game. Always. Lots and lots of bad. Like, almost every single grasp you use is bad. Right? So, if you don't have grasp right now, think about how quickly you can burn this Hanzo down, right? 1-2, step up. 1-2, he's dead. I don't even know how the Hanzo has jump. He does have jump. Well, we'll have jump soon. But like he's getting free shots in your Moira right now, which could result in a kill, right? Moira, Mercy, whatever. Like the fact that you don't have the ability to attack him because you're grasping is bad. Look how little health you're getting out of grasp, right? Getting 75 to 100 health with grasp is not good. You want to get like 200, right? 150 plus at least with grasp. And the only way you can do that is people are actually focusing you down because they think you'll die. When you're at 80% health, people are going to focus you. When you're at 40% health, I guarantee you people are going to start focusing you. That's when grasp is very, very helpful. You can walk forward, miss a couple shots, right? Good shots on the Mercy. You do rock there. That rock was, I think, I think you're trying to hit the Mercy with it. I understand. I think that's okay, right? You were maybe trying to rock her when she tries to fly away. Hanzo's here. You should try to finish the kill on the Hanzo. You see the Hanzo's here, still low, right? You hit him. You see he's low right now. So this is actually why you end up losing. You're going to lose this first fight. And it's funny because I was like watching it. I'm like, wait, like you just got 2 kills. How did you lose this? So first of all, your Moira is going to die to a headshot, which is unfortunate, right? She's just trying to. She's walking over here just like leeching. She's not looking. Hanzo, I think, just fires a headshot and kills her. Unfortunate, you know what happens. Obviously, she's out of position, but it is what it is. But you're still up 1, right? You're still up 1 right now. This should still be a 1 fight. Okay, for sure, right? It should still be a one fight. The reason you lose is that you do not continue pressuring your advantage. The correct thing to do right now is to keep running at the opposing team to just run them over. Right? It is a 4-on-3 situation. You have full health. The Hanzo is half health. Okay, and the Ana, which you won't know this, but the Ana's at 2/3 health. Okay, you should be forcing them down to get the kill. Okay, if the Junker Queen wants to shout and commit and try to kill me, fine. All right, I have my Junker Queen with me. I have my Mercy with me. Wherever the heck your Pharah is. So Pharah's coming out of spawn. Actually, I guess it's a 3-on-3 because your Pharah is actually responding right now. But regardless, I would still be pushing this, right? Just because I saw how low the Hanzo was. Like, again, if the Junker Queen wants to fight me, right, I shield her off from her team, and then we fight it out, right? With the Junkrat plus me, like, I should be able to win that fight straight up in this situation. So, you see how the Hanzo's super low here. You're still playing on cart instead of pushing here to the right of newspaper stand, right? Again, see? Like, you should be advancing right now. If you advance right now, right, pop double direct here, bam, right? Even splashes here, kill the Hanzo. Even if you miss the Hanzo, you're gonna splash the Ana, right? Keep focusing the Ana down, and the Ana will die. There's no one here to save the Ana. She grenades herself, fine, great. That's at least a grenade that I don't have to deal with in the next fight. So you go for the Junker Queen now. Again, bad idea, right? You really should have stepped here, attacking these two. Again, attacking these two, fight winning right here. All you had to do was push this way, right or left of newsstand, probably right initially, but at this point I would push left of newsstand, and then they die, right? Just bounce them off the ground, splash them in their face, they die, right? They die or fall back. Obviously, this grasp is bad. Continues your pattern of just using grasps randomly, right? So shouts gets popped. I would look at this. I'm like, okay, who did not get shout, right? Queen gets shout. Ana gets shout. The Hanzo doesn't get shout, so I would be shooting the Hanzo. I'm not sure that you'll be able to see the health bar here, but regardless, I wouldn't even bother attacking the Junker Queen really, because the Junker Queen's not going to die in this situation. I would just attack the backline, and none of us are going to die really, except the Junk Rat, but he's like way overextended anyway, so there's nothing I can do to save him. For the record, the pull gets him. That's what happens. If you had grasp right now, you could run in front and grasp in front of him and save him. Remember, grasp actually is more than just your hitbox. It's going to go basically 1 sigma length in front. So grasp is going to go like all the way out to about here. So if you got to this distance, you could save the Junkrat just by aiming at him with grasp. FYI. Junkrat's dead. This now turns into 2-on-3. You're still not attacking the back line. You can't get shield up in time to block the sleep. This is bad for you. You're hit her with a rock. At this point, I'd be backing up because, again, I know I had lost my numbers advantage, right? I just saw the Junkrat die. I'm like the only person that I see here. I know the Moira is dead. I should be backing up right now. You are not backing up. Instead, now you try to aggress, right? Now you're aggressing into a 4-on-1. And we can see this, right? Mercy's theoretically there, but like not able to actually help you. So you're trying to push into a 4-on-1 right now, which is a really bad idea. And then I think you realize, oh shoot, like now I'm in big trouble, and then now you're gonna die. So it's bad because it's just staggering. Maybe you're gonna live. No, you're not gonna live. You should die here. Like, I would be shocked if you survive. You're doing a pretty good job staying alive. I will say that. I don't know about this flux. Oh man, do you actually live? I honestly can't remember. I guess you live from here, but I don't think this was a good call. I mean, I would say that at higher ranks, I think you die here for sure. I'm pretty shocked that you do not die right now. Yeah, because the Hanzo's like over focusing when he could just kill you. Like you're one hit right now. Just one body shot kills you if he just fires into your side. Yeah, like he's still shooting the back line and missing all the shots. Like, you should be dead right now. The Hanzo just chose not to kill you. You're quite lucky. Anyway, you survive here. You do a flux. It's hard for me to say, like, are these right calls? Because like I would never have gotten into this situation. I think that I probably would have reset S5 personally, right? Like, you sort of get away with this flux, but the thing is, does the flux actually help you win the fight? Right? Like, you drop both of them, but like no kills happen. They're still alive. They're behind cover. I don't think this is a good flux either. So you do a rock. I don't think that was a good rock, right? I think rocking the tank is generally bad value unless you're trying to stop the tank from walking over your team, which is not happening. The tank was retreating right now and was not going to die. I don't think you use rock for that purpose. Just attack. Right? Now if you had rock, right? Now if you had rock, it's huge. Now that she knows you don't have rock, right? Goes up, lines it up, right? Lines up your whole team and pops rampage. Not that there's not actually a lot of people here. I'm not even sure why she rampaged that, but well, that's fine. You do the correct call, which is to ignore her here until she gets trapped, which is quite lucky. And then you get a kill, and then I think you're going to end up winning this fight. Yeah, you end up winning this fight. I can't believe May pops ulti there. Okay, so Now you're playing Sigma versus Rein. You're going to flank the Rein, which I don't know was entirely necessary, but that's fine. You're like kind of cutting off his retreat. You kill the Rein, great. You do the correct call, which is to play high ground here. Right, you go for the rock. I think this is a good rock, right? Again, not a high percentage rock, but like I think it's a reasonable percentage. If you land it, you hit a double direct, yeah, maybe she dies, right? Obviously, you can't personally like one hit kill her, 195 damage plus she's being healed. But like maybe Junkrat lands like a concussive or something. Yeah, I think this is a good rock, right? You land it. Again, another grasp. Nobody's even shooting at you. The Ash is not even looking at you right now. Really, really bad grasp. You could have done a ton of damage to the Mercy right now or the Ash, either way. Definitely could have farmed more to your ult charge as well. Another bad rock, don't spam rocks, right? Spamming is like when you throw rocks for no purpose. Don't do that. Don't throw rocks just to get more damage in. Throw rocks to cancel abilities, to stop positioning, right? Knock people out of position, and to get kills. That's what you use rock for. Don't spam. Dropping from high ground to low ground was very confusing to me. You have full health, right? You still have a reasonably healthy shield, like 400 health shield. No one's even able to pressure it, because the Reaper can't do damage to it that far away. So the Ash is the only one here who can do any damage to your shield. Why not stay high ground? This is very confusing to me. I do not know what you were thinking right now. I think the only thing I can think of is that you felt vulnerable up there, but like you were so safe, right? Like if you stand up here, what can kill you? Reinhardt came and charged you, right? He has to like go over here and then come after you. It gives you so much time to react. By the way, against Rein, in Sigma versus Rein, always save rock for Rein. Always save rock for Rein. Very, very important. Because as soon as the Rein knows you don't have rock, it's an easy pin for him. Like right now. I didn't even know this was coming, honestly. I did not know this was coming. I was just saying that in general. So you're going to waste a rock. I don't know if he knows it, if he's playing around that or not. I'm going to generously say that he is. But he charges you, and now you're like, oh shoot, I have nothing to do about that. You're quite lucky that he didn't follow through with the rock. So I know you know about shield/bubble dancing, so that's something you can do a lot, right? Dancing on both sides of the shield to avoid damage. You do the technique multiple times, which is great. However, this is a bad time to be doing this dance because there's a Reinhardt over here who should just be pressing into you and like doing a lot of damage. You're dancing right now, I think, for the Reaper, but like there's no reason for that, right? I would just run at the Reaper. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason for me to go left, just run at the Reaper and kill him right now, right? I want to get as close as possible to A, make the shots easier, and B, reduce the amount of time the Reaper has to react to the attack, right? He's one-shottable right now. If I'm point blank on top of him, he'll have literally less than a quarter of a second to react to the attacks. But if I'm farther away, he has more time to get one more shot in and then wraith away. Right? Again, see how you just barely missed that? If you've been point blank with him, like, see how close this is. Right? He raced right now. I mean, actually, if you were point blank, you still would have missed it because he actually raced before you attack. But, like, sometimes he won't, right? Sometimes he won't. So there's no reason to not play close there. So cutting the Rein backwards, that's the correct call. Again, I would be thinking right now, save rock, save rock, save rock, right? I really, really want to save rock. I would also assume Reinhardt gets shatter every 2 fights, right? He sort of swapped heroes, so this kind of throws things off. But I would think, at this point, I'd be like, there's a possibility he will have shatter if this fight lasts long enough. If he doesn't have shatter in this fight, he will 100% have shatter in the next fight. That's what I would be thinking right now. So you should be pressuring high ground. Again, you're a really, really good hero to do it. Just throw up shield, right? Just poke down the Ashe, Ana, whatever. You want to force them off high ground or at least force them back. Any of the options. I think it's an okay rock. Yeah, I mean, you get this kill here. I think this is good. Right, this is fine. You try to follow this up. So you do a lift. So this is a good lift, right? It's a double support lift. The problem is your team is not able to follow up at all. Okay, so you have to get the kills, which means you have to attack somebody who you think can die. The issue here is the Mercy is healing the Ana, even though it doesn't look like it. Oh no, she's going to be healing. Yeah, she's going to be healing the Ana in a second. So it would be better to attack the backline support versus the frontline support because the Ana will probably not look to go heal the Mercy. You know what I mean? Like she'll probably try to attack you or sleep you or whatever is going to go on. Grenade, heal her Rein. But the Mercy for sure is going to be able to heal the Ana, which is going to prevent you mathematically from being able to kill the Ana. And that's your mistake right now. So you attack the Ana, right? You land all the shots here, right? Basically all the shots here, you still couldn't kill her. She's still going to drop below 100. You should just attack the Mercy. Right? If you attack the Mercy with those attacks, she dies, and that means it's a kill. So I think it's a decent timing, a good timing for Flux. The problem is you picked the wrong target. Right? Target priority really, really important. You block sleep now, so you go for the one-shot combo. This is great, perfect execution. Right? I mean, that's like couldn't ask for better. GMs look exactly the same way. Perfect execution. Right? You did I think double direct. Right? And then rock and then melee. Right? Perfect. So you come forward, okay. Again, another grasp that's nothing. Again, it's just the Reinhardt here. Even use fire striking, I would not use grasp for just the fire strike. So, you see the Rein. Let's think about this for a second. Okay, who do we got? My Moira is dead right now. My Mercy is Valking somewhere. I would probably hear the res right now. I would be playing slow, right? I don't want to be trying to walk into the Reinhardt. I just want to play range. Play range, play range, play range. Rein's coming towards me. I should have already been backing up. Am I backing up? I am not. I'm still staying close to the Rein. Reinhardt is swinging at me. Okay, so this comes down to one of the fundamental rules of Sigma versus Reinhardt, which is if I'm being attacked by the Reinhardt hammer and he is not about to immediately die, I probably have made a mistake because I have a 22-meter long attack range and he has like a 3-meter long attack range. So there's no reason for this to ever be happening that he is swinging away at me unless he is about to die. Okay, that's the only scenario where it's like fine for that to happen, where you're like pushing in, he's going to die no matter what. That's obviously not the case here. So he's going to be swinging at you. You're like sort of bubble dancing right now, but it's not doing anything. You finally have rock. You knock him away. Again, this is why wasting rock is no good. So you should have been kiting backwards here, for example, in just like a straight line. Just kite backwards, right? You want to get as much distance as possible from the Rein. You do not want to like bump into objects along the way, right? Just line up this way. Okay, attack, 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 right? Just walking backwards. For the record, you cannot outrun Rein. All heroes have the same movement speed except for Genji and Tracer. So, and you move 10% slower moving backwards, so you can't outrun the Rein, but he might make a mistake in terms of movement, right? He might zigzag a little bit like you're doing, and you might gain some distance on him. And at minimum, you'll get spaced for the rock. Now, the issue here is that you're rocking him into the wall instead of this way. So if you've been walking backwards correctly, you should have been never let him get to your right side, and then you rock him backwards, and he flies over here, and then you're safe. Right? Hopefully that makes sense. You should never have been in a situation where he gets on your right hip like this, and so now you have to turn sideways to rock him into the wall. That means he doesn't fly anywhere, which means when he gets up, he's still going to be in melee range. What makes this even worse is that you stay in melee range even though you could get at least a little bit of distance right now. Like if you walk over here, maybe he decides to disengage. But because you don't, he keeps swinging at you. And as a reminder for earlier when I talked about shatter, right? I'm like, look, the Reinhardt may get shatter in this fight if it lasts long enough. Otherwise, he'll get shatter next fight. Shatter is coming. And then you get shattered and you die. Honestly, he would have killed you anyway. Alright, so you decided to switch Reinhardt, which I think was a huge mistake. I don't think there's a reason for you to swap Reinhardt here. I think that you probably felt frustrated that you were losing like the close range melee brawl, but you were doing a really good job of not getting in melee range until that very last life, like the end of that life. So I would encourage you to stick with that plan versus trying to do the Rein mirror. So you're playing here. This is a mistake. You should actually totally ignore the Rein, weirdly enough, and you should go high ground. Because if you deal the like, if you sit down here fighting with the Rein, nothing's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like the Rein's gonna get healed by the Ana and the Mercy. Like you're gonna sit here, you're getting killed by your Moira and your Mercy, and nothing's gonna happen. And the high ground's gonna kill your whole team. You have to clear high ground. The good news is if you go high ground and you shield hop, hopefully you know how to shield hop, and you shield hop this way, what are they gonna do? The Reinhardt's on low ground, right? If you just shield hop at them, they have to draw. You know what I mean? Like they have to respect the fact that the Rein is coming at them because their Rein can't do anything to stop you once you're on high ground. So you should have used the left stair to go up here. I'm also going to link my Havana map guide for tanks. I think that would be very helpful for you to learn how to play the map correctly, like where you should go and when you should go there, because it is a mistake, in my opinion, for you to go low ground right now. I don't think this accomplishes anything. All right, so going up here, let's talk very briefly about Rein versus Rein. This is one of the reasons why I'm only doing half this video. It's already getting pretty long. So talking briefly about Rein versus Rein, one of the best ways to learn, to see or tell which Rein is better is how many extra hammer swings they can get in. Because in a mirror matchup, you both have identical attack speeds, right? So the only way that you get more swings in is when somebody reads the fight better, aka like, for example, I know that I'm going to, like my team's doing more damage to you than you are to me, so you're forced to shield and I can swing away. Right? That's like number one. Number two, little things like movement and abusing your camera swing. Again, if you don't know how to do that, I will include the guide for that as well. But abusing your camera swing to be able to attack them when they can't attack you, right? Like attacking them and stepping back so they miss their swing is a good example. Being +1 swing up, right? If you get one more swing than the opposing Rein, that's like a good advantage, right? Not a great advantage, not a game-winning advantage by any means. I think that's a good advantage. If you are 2 swings up, I would say that is a significant advantage. If I'm 2 swings up on the enemy Rein, unless he's going to shatter me, I'm pretty sure, like I'm feeling pretty good about the fight. I'm saying like 65% chance I'm going to win the fight. If I'm 3 swings up on the Rein, like 90% chance I win the fight. Like it's really hard for me to imagine a scenario where I ever get 3 swings. That's 255 damage, right? That's 255 damage up on the opposing Rein. The odds of me losing the fight at that point are very, very, very low. You know, that's the difference between one Rein having 600 health and the other Rein having 350 health. You know, like what are the odds you're going to win the fight? Not a lot. And obviously, there's like a lot of variables that go into like how much healing you get and how much healing do they get. Like, are you discorded, etc. But like as a general rule, like that will give you a framework for like, am I winning this Rein matchup, so to speak. So let's watch right here. So Rein just hit you first time. So Rein's up 1. So you're not swinging right now. You're shielded, which is a mistake. You should be swinging. There's no reason to not swing right now. You were at full health until you got hit by the hammer swing. The Reaper is not going to do that much damage at this range. Don't worry about it. I would swing at the Rein, especially since their Rein's half health. Like, I could just swing at this Rein all day, get over here, charge, and kill him. Well, how's he going to escape? Like, best case scenario, he charges back, right? And we both get stuck here. Reaper tries to drop. I shield. My team deals with the Reaper, right? And then the Rein's still stuck down here, low health. Anyway, he's 1 swing up on you. That's 2nd swing up on you right there. Then you miss him with a swing, and he hits you a 3rd time. Right? So he just got 3 swings on you, and you got 0. That's no good. This is one of the reasons why I said that your Rein doesn't look as good as your Sigma does. Because I don't think that if you were playing Rein up to Diamond 5, and like, maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe you did play Rein all the way up to Diamond 5, and your Sigma's worse. I don't know. But based on what I read here, like, this feels like you're not comfortable playing Rein and not comfortable playing Rein versus Rein. Your default stance is playing passive as Rein, right? Shielding, playing safe, but that's not how you win as Rein. You win as Rein by being aggressive. You will lose more games as Rein being too passive than you will be being too aggressive, right? Always edge on the side of aggression, because Rein can't do anything if he's not in melee range. And if he's in melee range, he still can only do something if he's swinging. Hold the shield as little as you possibly can, swing away. In fact, I feel like LH Cloudy like got the GM or something. I saw a snippet of this where he got the LH to GM without using his shield at all. Like, something absurd. But anyway, like, so you gotta swing. Like, you really have to swing here, right? Really, really important to be swinging right now. Right? So again, 3 swings up. Not good for you. Like, it's in the grand scheme of things, does it like matter so much? It doesn't in this particular scenario, because again, like, he retreats anyway, and like, you're still reasonably healthy, but like, you could have a lot more health right now, and your healers, for example, your Mercy could have been damage pocketing somebody else instead of healing you, which maybe is what happens, right? Yeah, see, she's healing you right now as you start getting swung. Like, she could be damage pocketing the Junkrat, who maybe gets a pick right now if she's not healing you against the Rein. You know, things like that add up over the course of a game. All right. You charge over here. I don't know if this is a great charge. Even if you get him, right, and you bring him all the way back here, I think they just turn and then you're in trouble. But you also have walls, so I think it's okay. I personally wouldn't have done this. I think this is a super risky play, but I think it's okay. You see the Anna's overextended. You try to shield dance here to get the kill, which is good. The problem is you die for it. This is one of the reasons why I don't like the fact that you don't charge, right? Like, if you charge her here, and it's super hard for her to react to that, even with sleep, because of how close the shield is to her. Yeah, I mean, I think you make the best of it in this situation, because like, your supports are both high ground. Your Mercy's obviously pocketing the Symmetra. Your Moira's not with you. Moira's going after the backline. I think this is actually a situation where the extra health would have been super helpful, right? If you have extra, 100 plus extra health right now. Actually, I don't know. He's nanoed anyway. Regardless, I don't know that this is a great way that this played out, right? I think you should have done a better job trading with the Rein. I do think going for the Ana here was the correct call of the options that you had, and I think you did a good job killing her. So it's okay, right? On a 1 to 10 scale, I'll give you a 5. All right, you're going to come back again. You're doing the correct thing, which is going high ground. There's no reason for you to not be pushing high ground right now. Assuming your team's here. Yeah, you even see the Reaper. Like, Reaper rating, you can catch the Reaper, right? Stay high ground, see where he goes, and then you can charge, kill him, whatever. I wouldn't be wasting those fire strikes, even though I know that she's low. Again, odds of you landing it are very, very low at that range. I would not throw that fire strike. That's a 0 out of 100. Never would I throw that fire strike right now. Right now, I would charge into her, right? I would charge into her, try to bait Coach Gun, right? Pop, shield, right? Then shield hop and go and force her off high ground. Is your team here? Yeah, your team's here. Yeah, you need to be going, right? See, these fire strikes, low value, super, super low value. I know the Reaper's up there, but like, there's nothing you can really do about it. You gotta push it eventually, right? So Ryan's coming, looking for it. So you did good counter pin there, right? I like that. I like the awareness there. Like, you heard / saw the Rein coming. You wait till the last second. You counter pin. Hopefully the Reaper doesn't kill you. He's reloading, which is very lucky, but there's not much you could have done about it. I would look for Shadow right now. I would probably Shadow right there. Right? I know that they know that I'm low. I know they're going to... Like, the Rein's not going to shield right now and try to block Shadow here. You know? The Reaper's not going to rate the way. He sees how low it is. Right here, I Shadow right down the middle, stun both of them. I probably insta-kill the Reaper, and then I kill the Rein. Right? So same idea, little later, right? You're also lower health now, which makes it a little tougher. I think you swing too far to the left as well versus like trying to get the double in the middle. Again, safer, but I think that I would have gone for the riskier play. Yeah. I mean, again, I think that shattering earlier would have been better. Alright, so you're going to come out here, moving the cart. So you're the only person on cart, so you can't leave it, which is unfortunate. You see the Reaper here, you're probably thinking Death Blossom. You charge in. I think this is the right call. Yep, you kill him. Great. Good insta-kill. This should have been a hit. This is a good example of where I'm saying that I don't think you play Rein regularly. This should be a hit. So you're going to just barely miss him in terms of being out of range, right? Like, this doesn't actually hit him. But if you swung your camera with it, it would hit him. And I have a very short guide that explains how this works, right? It's a very, very, very common Rein technique that you need to know, right? Swinging your camera extends the range of your hammer. Alright, so we got 1 minute and 14 seconds left. Again, I don't think those are... Why throw a Fire Strike to the left when there's 3 people clumped here, right? You throw a Fire Strike here, all 3 of them need to successfully dodge it to not get hit. I think you just throw it straight down at the Rein. Because I want to farm Shatter as soon as possible, right? 1 minute left, I want to get Shatter ASAP. I would also think, remember, Rein gets Shatter every other fight. Did he Shatter last fight? No, I Shattered him. That means I'm thinking Shatter, 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 right? You have to be thinking the Shatter here in the Rein mirror matchup. So in this situation, especially when I see the Rein shield getting low, I got to be thinking he's going to Shatter my team. I don't be playing here because I don't want to run the risk that the Shatter is going to go under the cart and Shatter me even when my shield is up. I play ground. Play ground right now, right? Play ground right now, you know, and then get ready to reactively shield the Shatter. His shield's low, okay, great. Like, you know, just wait it out, right? His shield's going to break, and then eventually he's going to take cover, whatever, right? Spam Fire Strikes, whatever it is. I think you have no advantages right now. You have to play safe. Rein gets aggressive in you. He has Shatter, so he knows he can get aggressive, right? You're going to get super low. Coalescence gets popped. You go for a charge. I think this is a reasonable charge. You get all the way over here to the shield. I would have gone left and gotten the Mega. Because my thinking here is I need to deal with the people in the backline no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, if I get all the way out here, then what? The Mercy's going to take forever to heal me, right? It's going to take like 8 seconds to heal me. And the whole team is not here. Right? The enemy team is not here. So I can't do anything if I'm standing here behind the shield. That's why I just go over here, pick up the Mega, and come back and start fighting again. Like, if he's going to Shatter, like, at least force the Shatter out as soon as possible. So that way, like, we can move on to the next fight. Right? You get hits there. I think that you did the cancel wrong. Yeah, that's okay, actually. So Reaper's on you. You're trying to bubble dance. Right? It's good. Right? Reaper Wraith, I would clock. Hey, Reaper's Wraith. Can I possibly get the kill? Unfortunately, Bob is deployed. There's not much you can do with this angle. I think... Oh, you're slow to realize the Mercy's here. I don't even know how the Mercy gets here. But yeah, this should have been a swing Fire Strike kill right now. Yeah, opening with Fire Strike there was a mistake. If you swung, you virtually guarantee the hit, and then throw the Fire Strike along with the Bob, and maybe you kill her there. Depends how fast she lifts. Alright, you're all on fire. So you know the Reinhardt still has Shatter, like for sure. But at this point, there's no excuse for you to not know the Reinhardt Shatter. So you have to be thinking for the Shatter. You cut up the BAP off here. This is good. I don't think there's a reason to not keep fighting. Right? BAP's cut off. You're killing him in 1.75 seconds. Right? Swing, Fire Strike. Dead. You know, unless the Mercy's gonna come over here and then they'll take one more swing or any help from your team and he dies. I do not think that you should give him this up. Right? I know the Ashe was vulnerable and was like hitting you in the flank, but you still have 3/4 of your health. Like, there's no reason to not be swinging there. Right? Now you're just letting him get away. You Shatter. Rein does a good job blocking this. I understand why you did this. I don't think it's a good idea because you're super low. So let's just assume the Rein doesn't block this. Okay? Let's assume for a second the Rein does not block this. Number one, your team can't help you. Right? Only the supports are here. The Junkrat's spamming over the top. The Symmetra is way too far away. So only you're here. You Shatter everybody. You're going to still have to walk all the way up here, do probably one swing, Fire Strike, kill the Baptiste. Ashe is going to get up, Coach gone away, right? Mercy pockets her, and the Rein's still going to have like 500 health, and then he's going to kill you. Right? He's going to kill you, and then if necessary, he's going to Shatter your team and win the fight. So I don't think this is a good Shatter under any scenario. Even if the Rein doesn't block this, I think this is a bad Shatter. This is extremely lucky. I don't know that you... Yeah, okay. So the opposing Rein makes a big mistake here, which he jumps first, which slows this down. If he doesn't jump, if he just slams on the ground, this shatters you while you're charging. I think this is a reasonable charge. Like, ignore the shatter for a second. Like, was this a good time to charge? I think this is a reasonable time to charge. Yeah, I mean, I think this. I think you're kind of low. You have 17 seconds left. I think this is a reasonable charge. You obviously mess up the execution at the end, but like I don't think that's a big deal. Like, you also like go over a weird cannon bump. Something weird happens here, but I'm not so worried about it. I think that's okay. You're gonna go ball here, which none of this play really matters, right? You very clearly do not look comfortable with ball. Like, you miss the slam there. You try to shoot him through the window, right? You're gonna mess up this grapple, right? You bump into that wall. Like, it's no point watching your ball play. Okay, so recapping. As Sigma, right? As Sigma, you need to grasp way less. Right? You need to grasp at the right times. You're just randomly spamming grass all the time. Really, really bad. You also really need to put the pressure on people when they are killable. Right? You let people off the hook too much when they could die, or you could force out defensive cooldowns. Very, very important. Right? Really, really press the advantage when you have it on Sigma. And you need to play your range against Rein. Right? You're like, when you swap off Sigma is when you decide to fight the Rein face to face, even though he's a giant hammer. That's when it goes really, really wrong for you. As Rein, I think your Rein generally looks less skilled than your Sigma does for a variety of reasons. Like, I never see you shield hop. You do fire strike cancel, but I never see you do the camera swing. You don't third person peek with shield, not that it really matters. You don't take high ground when you should have. I think your charges and like fight decisioning in general is like not as refined as your Sigma play overall. And I think that it kind of, like, the whole thing kind of drags you down. Again, for specifics, you can go back to the video and watch it all. All right, I'm going to stop there. Hopefully this was helpful.